This is a video by Rich Pin. Today we are working on a Toyota Tercel. Now, if you look in the next clip, you'll see what happened to this vehicle. Yep, she came in on the flatbed and the engine is not running. So, the first thing we did was we took a spark plug wire, put our calibrated ignition tester on there, and there was no spark. So there's something wrong with the ignition system. Now the next thing I did was take the cap off because I wanted to check the condition of the ignition coil. And I'll set our meter on the ohm scale, and what we'll do is we can check our primary resistance from negative to positive, and we should read somewhere between 300 and 600 ohms. Come on, meter. It's fluctuating a little bit. It's pretty close. A little high on spec there. Alright. Now, let's check our secondary resistance from the positive terminal up to this piece right here, which is the output for the coil. Whoa! Look at that. Only 4,000 ohms. That coil should be between 9,000 and 15,000 ohms. So that's the problem right there. We got a weak coil, not enough to fire our spark plug. Now, what you could do is, if the coil checks out fine, over here on the firewall, right here is the igniter. Now what you can do is you can check the igniter, make sure it's working, put a test light to ground and put it on your negative terminal to the coil right here, and then crank it over, and that light should flash and trigger the coil. That's a test you can do that they don't tell you in the book. Anyways, our coil's bad, so we're going to have to replace that. Alright, I just got done putting a used coil in there. Sorry I had to skip that thing, but I couldn't get it on video. This is what the coil looks like. It has 4 Phillips head screws in it, right here. And right here is the screws that positive right here and negative. Positive right here goes to the key. You can see I got the wires off right here. Alright, so we got the coil mounted, and we put some new sealant right along this surface right here. So now we're going to put our wires back on. These are 7mm headed nuts. There we go. Now there is a little cover here that goes on. like that. And where's our rotor? Here's our rotor. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put our old cap on there. We cleaned up our pins in there. Alright, so we got a new coil on. Put our cap on there. Alright, everything on nice and tight. Alright, all our wires, cap are on, and let's see if this new coil makes a difference. The old girl. You see how it was stumbling when it first started because of all the cranking that we did with the fuel in the engine, you know, and I had to clean it out. Well, that was it. That was a weak coil. What, you want to put new, you want to put,
I'm just saying.
do you want to put a new cap and wires on?
I don't know. $50 probably.
So this cap and wire set is from Napa. It's a Bell brand. Wow, lifetime warranty on those babies. All right, so we will go down there and get some exchange those at Napa, and we should be looking good. Okay, so that's it. She's back to running. So that's a wrap.
That's all she wrote.
Okay, great. So that's all there is to getting your Tercel back on the road.